worshiping at church services in parking lots, circling the wagons, opening the tailgates, and meeting friends in the parking lots, masking up before leaving our cars in parking lots. Did you even realize how much time you're spending in parking lots? These places are suddenly important. No longer are they just a means to an end, they are a significant step in the process. Where we used to wrap up phone calls, we now make purposeful phone calls to occupy our time. Where we used to hop out of our cars and rush into our next location, we now sit and stay a while. And sometimes a while longer. The mundane and ignored pause in time is now a pre-planned destination. Where we once were subconsciously is now where we plan to be intentionally. Did you realize that the stable was a parking lot? A parking lot where transportation vehicles could pause so their riders could become rested and refreshed. A stable was a place of refuge and safety, a solace from travel and rush. When travelers arrived at a stable, they knew they could breathe a sigh of relief for a little while at least. Jesus was born in a parking lot. In the midst of the chaos of census counting and weary traveling, he appeared in a place of refuge. With people all around in overflowing homes and inns, he came in the still, simple stable. Amid the salesmen hawking their wares to visitors and the push and shove of man and beast alike, God's word became flesh and began his dwelling among us in a little parking lot. Maybe he was crowded between Marge, the wide-hipped cow, and Doris, the scrawny, cranky donkey. Maybe they were kicking their heels at each other. Maybe docile doves cooed while mice nibbled on hay. Maybe they were all in there together, noisy and pushy and calm and peaceful. Nevertheless, he came in a little parking lot. It's no secret that we are all tired of our present living situation. We miss our friends, our family, and familiar and frolic. We want our schedules back to normal and our lives back on track, as if we have control. We don't love the uncertainty. We don't love the waiting. We don't love the parking lots. But Jesus was born there. God took advantage of that tiny bit of pause to make something wonderful happen. He took that small, primitive space that seemed to have little purpose and deemed it worthy of the greatest purpose of all. God himself came down to live with us, and his life on earth began in a parking lot. The most mundane of stopping points was actually the most sacred of beginnings. What will happen in your next parking lot? Will you meet Jesus there? Simeon and Anna waited in the parking lot of the temple for the Messiah to come. Like Simeon and Anna, by faith we have seen the Lord's salvation. Like Simeon and Anna, we have a song to sing of peace and love and hope and joy that become ours through the birth of a child in a parking lot. Friends, what will your song sound like?